Hey everybody, welcome back to Inspired Dishes. Today I will be making grits, fish, and biscuits. With some of this idea I got, now he made jalapeno cheese grits with fish. I was gonna make fish for another recipe, but I realized I didn't have all my ingredients that I wanted to use, and I didn't feel like going to the store. So I put the fish back. I'm like, wait a minute, I still can use my fish after I seen his recipe. So yeah, I'm gonna be using some fish. I'm gonna fry up some fish. This is tilapia. I have my grits right here. This is 1 cup. This is the 5-minute quick grits. This right here is my jalapenos I cut up. Now I did leave some of the seeds in there so it can be a little spicy. So I'm actually gonna incorporate that with the grits as well with my biscuits. Instead of making biscuits from scratch, I'm gonna be using these biscuits. Formula L, it's already ready made. All you gotta do is read the back of the instructions. I think you only add buttermilk. So that's what I will be doing. And I'm gonna use the jalapeno peppers as well as some cheese. You know how like you make cheesy biscuits at Red Lobster? Well yeah, I'm gonna add some cheese as well. This should be good, y'all. The grits, I love cheese grits. I use just the rest of my sliced pepper jacks and the cheese I just showed y'all. For my fish, I will be using yellow cornmeal, a bit of flour. This is actually self-rising, but you can use all-purpose. Buttermilk. You're gonna need some oil to cook. I have canola oil. And to brush it on, some people use like butter, and I think you use heavy whipping cream. I don't know about half and half. Oh yeah, but I also will be using half and half to make the grits creamier. After the biscuits come out the oven, I'm gonna brush on a little bit of mayo. I don't know, some people say, mayo. You really can't taste it. I actually got this from her real name is Monique, but I got this from her. Here is for my seasoning. I'm gonna use some black pepper, garlic, salt. Usually I use chicken powder, but I'm gonna use this. I have this left over for a recipe, ramen noodle packet, so chicken flavor. So I'm gonna use this, my turmeric, as well as my Vidal complete seasoning, and my mustard. I usually like mustard on my fish. However, I'm gonna use it as a binder. And I'm gonna use Obey. That's about it, y'all. Let's get started. I have the water boiling. I'm gonna pour in my chicken packet, just majority, not all, because you don't want it too salty. And I'm gonna turn the stove down to medium. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes and most of the water dissolved. It's not ready though yet. I'm just gonna add in a little bit of my cream. 2 teaspoons should be good. And stir it around. See how creamier look now? We also want to put jalapenos in there so the heat can cook it down. I'm gonna turn this down to low now. Alright, I'm gonna let it melt down. The cheese only got a little bit of cheese left, so I'm just gonna put that in there. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of this shredded cheese. So I want a little bit of that, cheddar look. Usually you put it close together on like a grease pan, however, in the oven without grease on the bottom. I'm just gonna brush on some piece of mayonnaise and brush them on. If you don't want to use this, you want to use butter, you can use that. This just to help it brown, really. Alright, so we're gonna put that in the oven. Okay, now while that's in the oven, don't get started on this fish. Usually we lay down with their flour and their stuff. I'm not gonna do all that. I'm tired of being priest for y'all. It's time to do it how I used to do it. Damn. You know how you used to put your flour and everything in here? That's how we used to do it. Put your chicken and stuff in here, and it gets all incorporated. That's how we're gonna do it today. I'm not gonna do all prissy for y'all. You feel me? It's flour and it's cornmeal, and we're just gonna shake it up. Who finna come for me? Mainly of cornmeal, because that's literally what I wanted on it. See how that's incorporated, y'all? Smells good already. Ain't even cooked. All right, we're gonna get it started. Okay. Now I'm gonna get started. Now I told you to see how it's ready. So I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of this cornmeal in here. See how it's sizzling? Yeah, that's how you know it's ready. Don't sizzle, it's not ready. It's on medium high. We're gonna put our fish. Okay, it's been about 2.5 to 3 minutes. I'm about to flip it over real quick. I done took the biscuits out. I done rubbed it with butter. This is how it looks. Oh my goodness, it looks so good, y'all. I'm about to take the fish out real quick. We're back to this. Oh, the fish looks so crispy and good. I'm gonna put it on a rack. Yes, y'all, yes. You see me prepare it, now you put it to me eat it. Now, a lot of people use, like, put cream on their grits. And I think I used it one time on a recipe. However, the best way to eat grits is just with cheese. I feel like if it just got cheese, that's all it really needs. It's just like a regular donut. If it could be just a glazed donut for Krispy Kreme, I love doing that. Especially the glazed one, the plain one. However, all that jelly filled and all that stuff on it, well, I don't really too much like the jelly filled. I don't hate it, but I don't too much like it. But as far as all the extra stuff, I really don't need all that. It's the same thing with a pound cake. If it got glazed and all that, that's good. But if it don't got nothing on it and it's still good, the same way with grits. As long as it got cheese on it, it don't need all that cream. It takes away from the cheese grits, I feel. I think the cream and stuff, all that sauce and gravy, it's like if you have plain grits. I use the majority of the pepper jack cheese, but I said in another recipe, when I use white grits, I prefer to use majority of the cheddar cheese. However, you know, it was yeah. Let me just get into the shower. The grits are cheesy, and you notice I add the jalapenos, you know, the cheese, pepper jack. That's a teensy bit, so you brought just a teensy bit of spice, not much, but it's pretty good though. Not too seasoned because I don't want to overdo it, because of course I'm eating fish that's already seasoned, so I didn't want to overdo it. And like I said, I can't have too much salt, and I know how I will do it. It sounded just enough. I'm gonna taste this fish, y'all. Oh, it's hot. I put just a fish sandwich, you know, with fish and bread. I put some more mustard on it and tartar sauce. But since I'm not eating it like that, I'll eat it plain. I usually like lemon though, but I don't have no lemons. But the fish is seasoned so good. It's very crispy. It's still hot. It's good. Now I usually in the past just use plain cornmeal. There's nothing wrong with that, but I like to use a little bit combination of flour. Do I see so much of a difference? Not really. People think you need like a binder as far as like eggs, but you see I didn't use no eggs even in another recipe. I think it was with the fried pickles. I didn't use no eggs to bind it, and you see how it looks? Still on there and everything. I'm about to get this biscuit. Whoo, I love biscuits. You see how big it is too? I'm about to get heavy. First I'm going to see if I can see the cheese. They know I put cheese in it. I see some yellow stuff. Of course I see the green. God bless this food in Jesus' holy name. I know I usually don't pray, but I just thank you, Lord, for this food. I thank you, Lord, for letting me be able to feed myself. I'm grateful, Lord, for letting me be able to cook and just have food, God. I don't take it for granted. Some people, especially not in the U.S., they don't have the ability to have food like us, so I don't take it for granted. And I just thank you in Jesus' holy name. I pray, amen. Cool. Let me get started, y'all. Now taste a teaspoon bit. That's a teaspoon bit of the spice from the jalapenos. The same way with the grits. It's not overly, as far as the cheese, I do say some cheese in this. I got jelly from the restaurant where I was at. Put some of my biscuits. I like that. Now, as far as these, I actually got this packet on Amazon a while ago. You can find them in Walmart. I was trying to look at Walmart that time when I got them, but I couldn't find it. So I ordered online. So I was trying to make biscuits, and I had to realize when I look at recipes, the temperature matters. I'm an old soldier that had, the temperature didn't raise up. It only said at 350, the highest. So I had it on 350. I'm like, maybe I can still make the biscuits, and no biscuits did not come out right. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I realized the temperature had to be higher. This was at 450. They said cook between 10 to 12 minutes. I think it must cook like 11 minutes. And I see you got business already ready made. I'm like,
Okay, I'll do that. Also, too, you know, I like my vegetables sauteed. I didn't saute it this time because they don't cut like very finely. Like I made sure I diced them very finely. If I haven't been diced very finely, you're not gonna taste it as much. The same way with the ones in the grits. You know, I put it in there while the grits still like hot and stuff. All right, so good. I'm about to rate it, y'all. Hold up. Let me get a little bit more. I'm not gonna rate it. You know when I don't rate it. Video I'm gonna drop if the Lord's will. I had some breakfast, you know, from somewhere, and I'll let you know what the rate with that. As far as the mustard that I use to, you know, you can't even taste it. If you don't like mustard, then you're not gonna taste it at all. I got this idea from, I think his channel is called Rich. Uses mustard for his fried chicken. So I said, okay, if you use that for fried chicken, I know you can use that for fish, and I like mustard on my fish anyway. So I said, okay, I'll use it for my fish. So that's the reason why I use that. That's pretty much it, y'all. Just a simple breakfast. And make sure I like, share, and subscribe to my channel, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.